Coming up on this episode.
This kind of looks like a good spot to build, doesn't it? Well, this is where the adventure just could begin for us. We discovered that we wanted to build our tiny cabin right at the point there, so that we would be close to the build when our actual log cabin goes in. And this is a really good place to launch the barge as well. It's quite deep. You can see right here, you can see the shore, but it does get quite a bit deeper there, where you can't even see it all. Look at those fish going by. Wow. A whole school of them. How neat. I'm gonna go fishing later on. Those are too small, of course, but anyways, so Ryan's just clearing some land right now. We have all the materials for a tiny cabin. It's gonna be right over there at that point, close to that point there. Kind of where you can see those two poplars in the middle. It's gonna be right around there. And so we're gonna be able to have a view. We're very excited. This is really what we've been waiting for. The build is gonna start. We've had some kind of interesting things happen so far, but we made it through, so we just keep on going. Very excited that family's coming in a week, and they can come share in our joy, and maybe even look for a place for themselves.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.
I don't know about you, but I hate a messy work site. What we're trying to do here is clean up the clutter. The theory is if we have controlled chaos, we can get to work burning these piles one at a time. Keep things a little more organized.
With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard time, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Hold it just a second. Here's a flashback moment. Isn't this where we said we were going to build when we first came here?
Perfect little build spot.
Wow. This kind of looks like a good spot to build, doesn't it?
Yep. Nice view. Beautiful view.
I mean, it's... Some of these willows and stuff would have to go. The view would be incredible. You'd be sitting on your deck, listening to the loons, and some really lovely Christmas trees all around. Well, this is where the adventure just could begin for us.
Hi, honey.
Hi, good job. That's exactly where you were supposed to come. Careful of your feet because there's a nail standing up.
Okay.
No. Okay, that was a bee right on the...
Put on my hiking boots. My work boots.
What?
I just plowed a trail right through here.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love it. Okay.
So we put in a little trail leading up from the water to our build site, and this tree that I'm knocking down here is a dangerous widowmaker that would have been located right behind our new tiny little cabin. So it had to go.
Whoa. Okay, that was one really scary tree. We're trying not to take down many, just the ones that are dangerous that could fall. As you can see, a ton of them have fallen in here. As we mentioned before, there was a beetle infestation that killed a lot of trees a few years ago, and trees just started dropping in the forest because they killed them. He's picking up all of the debris from one of the old cabins that was there.
I'm taking the Julka out of the box, and you know what? This is the whole thing right here. Hot water, just like that.
That is incredible.
Oh, I can't wait to have a shower.
That is so neat. This is the surprise that we have for them. It is called a Julka, and it is a full sink hot water. That's the propane tank. All you do is turn it on, and it is literally boiling hot water right from the lake. We have a shower head as well, and we picked up the shower this week, and it's a surprise. But look at how fast the water comes. Like full on. It's just so nice, and it's hot, really hot. Isn't that the neatest thing ever? Oh my goodness. The place is a mess because it's all building supplies right now. And we've decided to build over at the other site, so we're going to move. Anyways, this is home base for now. Today on leveling the new area for the tiny cabin that we're going to have. Has he ever leveled a lot of the land? Wow.
Looks like that.
A beautiful tree. It's a beautiful small tree.
Oh.
Wow.
Come back here.
My goodness.
So, take some more trees down, but you do have a nice lake view. I'd like it to be wider, I think.
Oh.
Maybe take that tree down, so you can see out, keep that big tall one there, and take that one out beside it.
Okay, so we've just seen the spot that the tiny cabin's going to be built at, and I think it's beautiful. Ryan's done a really, really nice job today. He's been very careful about taking down trees because we do want to preserve as much as we can, but as we said, there are so many dead, dangerous trees in there that we really do have to take those ones down. So, okay.
What about a high water road along the shore?
Wouldn't that be nice? I'd love that. Because we want to get an ATV or something. Go back and forth, huh?
Yeah, and just moving material back and forth.
Yeah.
So maybe we should scope something out tomorrow.
Yes. Our camp is actually a builder's camp at the moment, so it doesn't look that beautiful because we have all our supplies. But the thing that is pretty are these little solar lights that light up our path all the way to the little shed, which we've made into a bedroom. And you'll see what else we're going to make it into. It goes all the way with our building supplies
Ta-da!
to that. Good night.
What a glorious day. I feel like I'm walking through a masterpiece landscape from some renowned artist. It's just wonderful here. Today is foundation day, so I'm going to be making a post and pier foundation for the tiny cabin. It's a simple way to do it, and it's all we're really going to need for something as small as a tiny cabin. The tricky bit about post and pier foundations is the ground has to be really level. So I'm probably going to have to use the excavator and refine the site a little bit more before I get started. I think we're going to need to run back to the boat ramp and pick up the digging bucket for the excavator.
Okay, so I want to put this in neutral.
Yep.
I want to turn this to the turtle.
Just give it some gas, turn it in front of the turtle, yeah.
I want to pull this out normally, but it's warm now.
Yeah, good.
And then
Give it a little bit more gas, there you go. Help it idle, give it a little bit more gas. There you go. And if you let go of that, what happens?
it idles.
Right, idle's low. So if you want to stop it from doing that and give it a little back pressure, now it'll stay.
Okay.
See that? Good job, honey. Woohoo!
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I can do this. I have to go back to the base camp.
Okay, you go back to base camp. Yeah, you're engaged. We're going. Good for you. Always go right, idle right down before you shift gears. Idle right down before you shift gears, honey.
I don't know how to idle then.
Turn the throttle away from you. No, the throttle. Twist it away from you. There you go, like that. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Off. There you go. Now you're idling. Now you shift. There you go. Good job. Okay.
I had a little trouble.
Use your left hand. There you go.
I had a little tiny trouble.
Ah, you look good.
You were panicking.
I thought you were taking us into shore. I don't panic. Give her nails. Give her more nails. Give her more nails. Put the bow down. There you go. Look at you. Woo-hoo!
Wow! I sail! Ahoy! This is really fun. I love it. Oh, I love it.
You should have seen us trying to wrestle that heavy bucket onto that little tiny boat. The Egyptians would have been proud of us. Right, honey?
Okay, that was near impossible to get that huge bucket into that boat. Oh. But we've got it. So there's the other piece of the excavator that we need to dig with. And we rigged it up and figured it out.
What a beautiful day.
Yeah, gorgeous.
That's dead, Jake. I lifted it up quick so it wouldn't hurt the boat. Okay, it's here. So, what I'm going to do, well, you go get fire stuff. I'm going to work on some of these trees here.
It smells amazing in here.
Yeah, I'll get the chainsaw going in here. Start clearing this out and putting it in a pile so we can start that fire, okay?
Yeah, you got that big, huge dead tree there. And that one there. There are some dead, scary looking trees.
Yeah, we'll push them over.
Widowmakers, they're called.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you could bring back fire starter and also a cold drink, that'd be awesome.
Okay. Yes.
Big tree like that, if you push over,
Means that these dead trees are not held in very well. Yikes. And there's some up there too. There's a lot of dead trees. That's my biggest fear. See that one standing there? But look at all the beautiful young ones. We want to keep these beautiful trees. The dead ones are very, very dangerous. That one he Barely touched.
I don't think that one got snapped back over the cap.
That one's gonna go straight into the water.
Just broke.
What did? Your hard hat?
Yeah, I'm missing part of it. I'm missing the little round part.
You better put it on. Whew.
You okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here.
That's twisted.
Yeah. Wow.
How far over did it come?
Didn't hit the water.
Is that it?
That's it. It's
Honey, did you freak out?
no.
Give you some idea of scale. Look at the size of that root ball. It was knocked down by that excavator. That little excavator there knocked that huge tree down. It's probably 150 feet tall. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Unreal.
Look at how beautiful the color is.
That's really nice. Really nice.
Look at it.
Not only that, honey, it's almost all together.
We need to paint the door of the cabin this color.
Yeah.
Yay! I love this color. Oh, it's even prettier than I remembered.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It is. It's beautiful. Do you know what? We could put this together in 1 minute. Ta-da! Have a seat.
Try it out.
Oh,
You like it?
this is the life.
Okay.
This thing just hardly moves.
Well, it shouldn't move at all. You should tighten it with
Well, it doesn't really.
that. Okay, I gotta get on the cat.
You know what's nice? Is you can put a drink on here. It's wide enough to set anything.
I had a good sized log caught in the cogs of the tracks, and it was actually preventing the cat from moving, so I had to cut it out.
Okay.
A little low here, but if we take some of that material there and throw it over here, that won't be bad, right?
Look at all the gravel.
Mm-hmm.
That's
No, I gotta go get her. Honey, she's stuck in the tree.
look at all that gravel. I can't get over that.
Yeah, that's pretty good, eh?
Like it all just came up.
Yeah.
But it comes all the way out here, right?
Yeah, we just have to kind of grade it, measure it out. We're really low here, but I'll get a couple of scoops from in there, and that'll fix that up. Now that we have a little road here, we can actually bring the materials in off the barge and stage them properly at the build site. We're going to start laying out the foundation for the cabin. This is a tiny cabin. This is just to keep us out of the rain. This is like our new base camp. Here's your dog. And what we're going to do here is probably limb up maybe 10 or 12 feet of these big trees here
so that we can have a nice view, and then anything beyond that will pop. And we might take out some of those other trees there to the far right.
The gravel's over there too. Did you know there's gravel there?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
There's gravel here. So now you can just push that out there.
Yeah,
How hard is it going to be to level this?
it'll just take a few minutes with the excavator. Maybe 20 minutes or so. I'll just bring that out. Okay, what I'm going to quickly do is move this wood over there.
Okay.
Out of our way.
You like to play, don't you? You love to play. You love to play. Oh, you love to play.
Watch yourself, honey.
Okay. Come over here. What? You get him.
Oh, you go.
Are you coming? Oh, are we doing this now then? So we just need the flags, eh?
We need the flags and tape measures. Oh,
Okay.
There's a sweetie girl. There's a sweetie girl who's like all full of energy.
How can I help?
Go find that tape measure. That'd be a good start.
I've got one tape measure.
Okay.
Are you going to do it every few feet, are you?
Well, these are where the footings are going.
Yeah. There you go.
Thanks, honey. So, we're 16 feet this way, right?
16 feet that way. And the width is, and the depth is 20 feet.
Yeah, with the dock, with the deck. Can you
Okay.
just go there?
Okay.
Hold it right up against that. Okay.
Another thing that really confirms for us that we chose the right location to build the tiny cabin is this site is full of gravel. It's perfect. All we have to do is compact where we want to put our pavers and piers, and then we can lay the support beams down and start building the cabin on top of that. I'm using a few bags of very fine aggregate here to give us the maximum amount of compaction possible without using great big plate compactors. The fine particles in these bags of leveling mix can easily be forced between the spaces of the gravel with a post tamper. This creates a very solid interface between the pavers and the ground, which in turn will give the posts a nice firm foundation for the cabin to rest upon. Let's face it, this cabin is going to be tiny. It is a tiny cabin after all, just 16 by 12 feet. Sure, I could dig post holes and set 6x6 treated wood into concrete, but really, that's a bit overkill for the size of the structure we are going to be building here. For our larger cabins, yeah, we'll be sinking posts down below the frost line, but this little cabin will be fine on a floating foundation. I imagine you experienced builders are getting a real kick out of watching me fumble around trying to get this right. Well, that's just it. I'm trying to get it right. I'm a bit finicky when it comes to this kind of stuff because I don't want problems. So hopefully all the preparation that I'm doing now will pay dividends going forward later in the build. When Melody and I were planning the design for this cabin, we decided that whatever we come up with, it was important for us to be warm and dry. That was pretty much it. After all, we weren't building the Taj Mahal. We only needed a small space to protect us from the weather and any bears that might want to stop by and say hello. This would actually be the first and smallest of a series of cabins that we plan to build on the island. We have other plans for the island, which include building a geothermal greenhouse. This is because temperatures can really dip on either side of the growing season. We will also be building a workshop and additional cabins as time goes by. It feels so good to actually be seeing tangible results from the efforts that we're putting in. We've cleared land and we're putting in foundations for our first tiny cabin. We've got so many infrastructure projects ahead of us, this is just kind of nice to focus on one thing at a time here. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please support us by clicking the thumbs up icon on YouTube. We invite you to also subscribe and click the bell. You'll be notified when we upload new content. Please invite your friends and family to come along too. Bye for now.